Well, it's Uncommon Fossil today, taking a look at a Pokemon and a deck that I'm going to miss come rotation, and it's Rapid Strike Urshifu, and in particular the deck is paired with the Inteleon VMAX, which is how it's played now. But Urshifu has been a very strong Pokemon since it first came out. Two very solid attacks on the Rapid Strike Urshifu. VMAX gives up 3 prizes, of course, 330 HP, so nice and tanky there. Weak to Psychic, which of course can be has been very bad at certain times with Mew and with Gardevoir, but now the Inteleon gives us some more versatility there as well, which is a plus. But as I said, 2 very nice attacks. Gale Thrust does 30 plus 120 more for 150 for a single energy, as long as the Pokemon moves from the bench to the attacking spot that turn. Now, it has to already be evolved when it moves. If you move the basic V and then evolve once in the active, it doesn't work, so just keep that in mind. And then Gmax Rapid Flow, which is kind of the main attack here. Although they're both important with it. For 3 energy, fighting colorless, and Rapid Strike energy pays 2 fighting energy, so that's key to making it happen. You discard energy from this Pokemon. It does 122 of your opponent's Pokemon. Can be active, bench, or both on the bench. So very good there. Of course, Mana Fee is an issue, but then you just don't attack with it, or just use the first attack. And so a 2/2 line there, and then a 3/3 Inteleon VMAX. This is also Rapid Strike, came out a little bit later. For twofold for the attack, Gmax Spiral for 2 energy, water colorless, which a Rapid Strike energy can pay for that too, because it's 2 energies and can be water and or fighting as needed. So it pays for this attack, which does 70, but then you may put an energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. If you do, this attack does 70 more damage, so 140, which still isn't huge, but the energy goes back in your hand, so if you get knocked out, you still have it. Or we can Cheryl. We do play Cheryl in the deck if we want to heal off. We'll get to that as we're going through the trainers. So it's just a nice option there for sure. And obviously having another type is good for weakness coverage too. And then double Gunner ability. This is a big part of why it's here too. You must discard a water energy from your hand in order to use this. So we play a lot of basic water energies. And then you put 2 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon anyway on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Just be aware, Terra Pokemon, just be aware of the Pokemon that can't take damage, right? Or you'll be sad. I've made that mistake, and I'm pretty sure most people have at some point, so try to avoid that. So a 3/3 line there, 2/2 Urshifu. Then we play Medicham V, which is really nice with the pinging, and also Urshifu can also come up short with damage at times. So here for Yoga Luke, we can attack with a second one, and sometimes that is the best play, particularly with weakness comes into factor. But usually Yoga Luke is what it's here for: 2 colors energy, so 1 Rapid Strike energy or 2 basic water energies. You put 2 damage counters on any one of your opponent's Pokemon. If that Pokemon's knocked out, you get to take another turn right after this. You can't use your Yoga Luke the second turn. So take a knockout, boom, take another turn. That's a big part of the deck. Making this happen, we play Radiant Alakazam. Painful Spoon's ability. Once during your turn, you may move up to 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of their Pokemon. So just getting those damage counters where we want them the most to make use of Medicham V, as well as just getting knockouts, say with Urshifu or with Inteleon VMAX. And then for the engine, we play a 2/2 Octillery. Octillery is a super good card. Rapid Strike only works in Rapid Strike decks, so it's rotating anyway. So, but once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Rapid Strike card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. You can't use more than 1 Rapid Strike search ability each turn. So if you have 2 Octillery in play, you can only use 1. So really just getting 1 in play. And because we don't really need a second one in play, I'm playing the Remoraid from Paradox Rift, which has 670 HP instead of the 60. The Rapid Strike one just has 60. And once you have an Octillery set up, you really don't. Yes, I can't search out the Remoraid, but you don't need to search out the Remoraid once you have an Octillery set up anyway. So I'd rather have that 10 extra HP. So 2 copies, a 2/2 Octillery line. All right, the energies for Rapid Strike energy. Like I said, 2 energies. It provides any combination of water and fighting we need. So that's what we need for the Urshifu and the Inteleon. So very good there. And then 6 basic water energies, which we can, of course, use to pay attacks with. And we can discard with Inteleon's pinging ability there. So, all right, getting to the trainers, a big mix of trainers here. So getting the trainer we need the right turn can be a little tricky. But the deck, you'll find what you need a lot of the time and just work with the pieces you have. and in the deck can certainly be very successful. Hisuian Heavy Ball, look at your face down prize cards, put a basic you find there into your hand, particularly to get Medicham V, which is critical to a lot of matchups. One Escape Rope, that is, just double check, the only switching card we play in deck. The only Radiant Alakazam, we either have to, pay 2 energy, which we don't want to do, or we have to use the rope. So we're vulnerable to getting him stuck in active, but that is what it is. The other switching we do have in deck is Tower of Waters, because we do want to switch those Rapid Strike Pokemon, particularly, right, that Urshifu, if we want to use the first attack, we want to swing it into the active. So the retreat cost of each Rapid Strike Pokemon is 2 colorless energy less, so it gives free retreat to all the Rapid Strike Pokemon we play in our hand. And also, if you attack with Medicham, you need to get it out, usually to attack with something else the next turn. So that's good, but of course, it doesn't help with Radiant Alakazam. All right, Pokemon, we play 1 Nest Ball, get a basic into play. We play 4 Battle VIP Pass. We need to get a bunch of pieces up early. So 4 Battle VIP Pass in this deck. And then we play 4 Ultra Balls. We have the Evolutions, so Ultra Ball is really the only way to get it. Obviously, Evolution Incense was that when that was in format was definitely better for this deck, but this is okay. What else do we play? We play Earthen Vessel, discard a card from hand, search for 2 basic energies. Of course, we want to be doing the pinging, so Earthen Vessel is very good there. We play a couple tools. I'm saving supporters for last here. For a Seal Stone, gives us a V-Star power, right? Attach it to a V, search your deck for any 1 card once during the game. And then TM Devolution. Some lists play 2. Some lists also play 2 for a Seal Stone. I just kind of adding in a few other tech cards, so reduce those down. Devolution, you devolve each of your opponent's evolution Pokemon in play, putting the highest evolution stage in their hand. If it's a rare candy deck, they might not be able to get them evolved the following turn. And with damage being spread around, you may knock out all the lower HP basics or stage 1s as it devolves into. So TM Devolution has value in the deck. Let's see. We also then play Counter Catcher, right? Which is just a nice card to have. Acts as a boss, but you have to be behind in prizes and for items. And then we play Energy Retrieval, 2 copies of that, put 2 basic energies for the discard pile into your hand. It gets you 2 for superior energy, it gets you 4, but we don't want to be discarding cards that much. So get back these energies to do some pinging there. We don't have a way to get Pokemon back out of the deck, so just keep that in mind as you play the game. All right, trainers, 2 Korrina's Focus. A lot of decks play 1. I was finding at times I wanted access to that second one. You have 6 cards in hand. It's not the best supporter, but it is a Rapid Strike supporter, so we can search it out with Octillery, so I really like it in the deck. 1 Irida, search for a water Pokemon, Inteleon or Octillery, and an item card put in your hand, so really good in a deck with water Pokemon. 2 Professor's Research, really good, of course, setting up on a number of turns. 1 Arven lets us search for a tool and an item, very good there. 2 Melony, right? We have the waters in the discard pile. We can accelerate them to our Pokemon, to our V Pokemon, either Urshifu or Inteleon, and you draw 3 cards, so really super. This is Melony's a card I'm going to very much miss from rotation. I very much enjoyed it in a lot of decks. Oh, Klara, so I take that back. We do have recovery for Pokemon. I should have remembered that. And it's good twofold. You put up to 2 Pokemon from the discard pile into your hand, and 2 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. So we can just get back the energies from our pinging, which is good, but also get back some Pokemon. Very, very good card there. 1 Professor Turo scenario. Get a damaged Pokemon out of play. It can also get the Radiant Alakazam out of the active. If it gets stuck there, it's a potential for that. 2 Ionos, just a really nice supporter there. Right, shuffle your hand, bottom of the deck, draw 1 for each prize. Good early game. Good disruption late game potentially. And then Cheryl, because we heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon, if you do discard all energy from the Pokemon that were healed in this way, hey, they're all basically evolution Pokemon except for Medicham V, and we are discarding energy or putting energy back in hand after a lot of our attacks, so a lot of times they have evolutions, no energy in play, so we can heal all our Pokemon, ideally multiple Pokemon at once if we're able to switch and keep things from getting knocked out. A really valuable card in the deck. Could cut Professor Turo scenario for Cheryl maybe, and then add in another tool or something to make the deck more consistent. Most lists, the top lists, are not playing Cheryl these days, I will say that, but I really like Cheryl in this deck. I mean, you can heal off an awful lot on a turn and make losses into wins with the card. So that's the list I'm playing. Obviously, Urshifu is a very good deck. games tend to be a little longer than some because small damage, making a lot of decisions, important decisions about where the damage goes and gets moved to, but a very effective deck and a very fun deck to play. So let's take a look, see what we can do with it. All right, let's see what we can do here. We'll go first if we can an evolution deck, but we will see. All right, lost the toss, so up to our opponent. So they're going to do what they want to do. And, you know, it is what it is, right? Obviously, the game is certainly still winnable. But like I said, I would much rather go first. But if our opponent wants to go second, that means they think they can do some meaningful damage. All right, so we'll see what happens here. It gives us a greater opportunity to get Battle VIP Pass because we can get a supporter. Okay. So this isn't bad here. Not bad. So Irida probably for a Seal Stone Battle VIP Pass. So probably double Battle VIP Pass this turn. Just to get myself really set up, I'm thinking. We'll see what I'm up against. So starting Lumineon V for them, of course, they don't want to do that because they can't use the ability to fire sleeve. So maybe a Charizard deck. In which case, Lumineon V, I mean, the Inteleon V is very good, depending if they play other fighting attackers. I mean, fire attackers. Apologies, right? For Charizard EX, it uses fire energy, but it's a dark type. So, and is weak to grass. So that's outside the weakness loop. But if they play another fire attacker because they have the fire energy and they can accelerate with Charizard EX, then wow, discarding an EX. Okay. Then of course that water attacker is good. Eventually they can take one shot my Urshifu or my Inteleon, but they can't do that for a while. So we will see what I do. I'd like, and I do have access to energy as well, so that's really good. So, and the devolution could be good. So I don't want to discard the hand. Let me grab. I'll grab a Pokemon, which will be an Octillery. I mean a Remoraid, right? I hope I have him. Yes, and a Battle VIP Pass. That's right. It's not. I was thinking Arven, where I get a tool, but I get. This is actually this is still good. And I need to play you down. I'm going to need to discard something. I might discard the research, which, all right, so I want to get, I think, an Urshifu down. And what else do I want down? Do I want another Inteleon? Do I want, what do I have for VMAXs? I'm going to grab another Inteleon. I'm not quite certain about that one. All right, I could get rid of my Stadium. I'm going to get rid of my... How do I want to work this? I'm going to get rid of Professor and grab my energies. I'm going to attach energy to Urshifu, which means I can attack with Urshifu next turn. Which I think I might want to do. And I'll end turn here. So it's a nice hand. I might wish that I had my research, I gotta say, but I could have discarded the other energy, maybe. Maybe I should have done that. Kept the research. But okay, so they passed. Well, that's quite nice to me. So I think I want to. I just want to take out the bench guy, smack into the Lumineon V. That's what I want to do. So I'll grab a Rapid Strike Energy. I have my Stadium already. I could have grabbed a Korrina's with that too, so this isn't bad at all. Have free retreat. I take out the Charizard. I lose my energy, but that's okay. Yeah, I lose my energy. I'll keep the. I'll just sit on this hand here. So Lumineon V. You know, I'm in a good position here. Okay, heavy ball. I don't know that I need the heavy ball. I had the Medicham. I don't think I need to. I don't think there's any basic I have to have. I'm not even sure if there's any basics that are prized. I had Medicham. I have a Octillery in play. I think the other Remoraid might be in deck. I don't really care. And I believe I don't think I need 3 Inteleons. We'll see what happens. So my opponent conceded, so they didn't set up, and hitting the bench, that's turn 2. Very, very nice for me there. Or was it turn? Yeah, turn 2. I think it was. Yeah, because I went second, but yeah. So anyway, so obviously things set up pretty well, and I had a large choice of attacking options that turn. All right, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully, of course, we get something to show things off. Want to go first? Lost a coin toss. See what happens. Probably go second, but we don't know. Obviously, there's more, decent number of decks that want to go second. Certainly, Roaring Moon does. Saw that last game. I was in a good position, and I misclicked. I dragged the wrong trainer card, the wrong item card into play, which just kind of threw away a game that was going quite nicely. All right, so starting Inteleon, I'll put the Inteleon V out because Medicham V is more of a niche card. I have Forest Seal Stone, so this is good. Okay. This is pretty good. All right, so Forest Seal Stone, probably grab an Irida, I'm thinking. Grab it, which will get me a Remoraid and a Urshifu. And and a Battle VIP Pass. I'll get an Urshifu and probably another Inteleon, I'm guessing. So they're going to end their turn with Rotom, which is fine. It's nice having these targets, right, that I can kind of hit and ping at and try to dig through. All right, so yeah, I don't think I want Iono here. I don't love Iono, right? Do I want to do 40 here? Actually, doing 40 is kind of nice, right? So I'm gonna attack with him this turn too, because then I can take him down with Medicham the following turn, right? So I want to get a Remoraid and Battle VIP Pass. Oh wait, no. Oh, just one card. Oh, that's right. I want Irida this turn. That's what I want, Irida. Okay, Irida. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I get Remoraid and Battle VIP Pass. Okay. I grab him. Get an Urshifu. And I'm going to grab another Inteleon. And maybe I'll bench Medicham this turn, because I want Medicham the following turn, right? So, Medicham. And I will attack, get you down to 20 HP, which is exactly what I want. So getting some pressure on there, right? So now that they've got to worry about that, I can Yoga Loop potentially. They can one-shot my Remoraid, which I don't like. They have to, they're going to have to use a boss to get that. So, anyway, they have Counter Catcher, so I need to remember that, right? That's part, remember that because I'm going to take I'm hopefully going to take some prizes this next turn. I'm hoping that's the goal, right? That's the goal. So I'll probably rope into Medicham and then use Iono. I need to get a Rapid Strike Energy then. But that's not crazy, honestly. Not crazy at all. And he's weak to fighting, so my Urshifu VMAX will one-shot the Rotom V. And this is a place where the Medicham V could be an attacker as well, because he will one-shot a Rotom V. That actually might be a play. If I take out the Medicham V, the Rotom V is in the active, and then the Medicham V will one-shot the Rotom because of weakness. Let's see what they send up. Okay. Which is fine. They missed the knockout. I might not want to evolve him. We'll figure that one out. So Arven can get me Ultra Ball, which I don't really want that, right? What I want to do is, all right, what's the best way to guarantee this thing happening? All right, I'm going to rope first. Do I want to Arven? Do I want to Iono? I need a Rapid Strike Energy at this point to make this work. If I Arven, I can get a Ultra Ball, right? And the Devolution, which is actually kind of nice too, right? All right, I'm going to make this play. Grab Ultra Ball and Devolution. And I'm going to evolve. I need an Octillery. What do I want for next turn? I can Melony next turn if I do that. So I'm going to keep the Melony. Grab Octillery. Just check my energy count too while I'm looking through. 3, 5. Okay, 1 stadium there. Okay, wow, 1 stadium. That means 2 stadiums are prized. Okay, that's good to know. I always want, things like that where you get an unusual number of card X prize. You want to pay attention to that. All right, I have 3 stadiums in my deck, so I'm going to take out the Mew. I will see what they send up, and that will kind of determine what I do next turn. I might just want a Melony to my active. If they send up the Rotom V, I think I have Melony to the active. Okay, they sent him up, which is fine. How do I want to work this thing here? So I want to... Let's see what I hit. I'm going to Melony here. Yeah, Melony there. All right, I have a VMAX. I have a V. I don't have any way to switch. That's not... Okay, so I've kind of struck out here, haven't I? So this is not good now. It's not good at all now, is it? So... I don't want to attack with Medicham V because they will one-shot that. I can get free retreat, but that does nothing for me. I can attack with... I don't think I want to give up the 3 prizes on Inteleon VMAX, though, do I? All right, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to swing in. I guess I'm going to give him a poke. Do I want to give him a poke here? I don't know that I want to poke him, do I? I'm not loving this situation at all. So I'm going to... just going to retreat into you, and I'm going to end turn. I could have devolved him. I might want that for next turn, though. See, I'd like to devolve 2, and I might be getting greedy about that. So the Devolution was a play, too. And I could have devolved. I could use the Medicham V to devolve. That would have been a solid play, too. Maybe I should have... if they rare candy the Charizard, though, that's what I really want to get. That's where the Devolution is a big one, because now they've burned 2 rare candies, and they're going to have a tough time getting things back. So that's okay. So I will get rid of my damaged guy. So thank you for that, because I was afraid to evolve him. I wish I had played down the other Inteleon. No. Okay, see what they're gusting up. Okay. That's unfortunate there. 180. Yeah, it hit the numbers exactly. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? Is what it is. So I think I'm going to want to... I still want to wait on the devolution, I think, right? So I think I want to just swing into you. Do I want to Iono here? No. Do I? I think I just want to. Just going to grab Rapid Strike Energy and just take a poke at you. Just take a poke. All right, so one Rapid Strike is prized. Okay. Let me get down my other Inteleon, because I do want that. If I lose the Octillery, it's a problem too. You know, do 150, which is not bad, and I can use Radiant Alakazam next turn as well. I do need Klara, of course, if I'm going to use Medicham V. So they're going to get rid of my stadium, which makes sense. They're probably just going to hit into me. If they evolve the Pidgeot with a rare candy, I'm using the TM Devolution. They might be waiting on that, knowing they don't need it yet. Using it to get rid. Okay, so Burning Darkness. Unless I hit Klara, which I did not. So let's think here. So I can ping. Not going to be able to take him out, am I? I cannot take him out, but well, I can blow him up. Maybe I just blow him up this turn, right? So let me do that. Do I want to shrink their hand? So I'm going to devolve this turn. Start getting you set up, possibly to take out next turn. And I will. Do I want some more pieces this turn? Well, I want something this turn, right? So I'm going to grab an Inteleon VMAX. I need to be pinging. Do I want to Iono this turn? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. All right, so I'm going to devolve. I'm going to Iono. Shrink their hand down. I don't know what they're sitting on. I might be helping them out with this too. I just don't know. Okay, well that's nice as well. So I think I want. All right, let's just peek at the prizes since I'm here. Turo's there. 2 stadiums. Okay. All right. So, you know, I'm going to gust up the Rotom V. I could ping this turn. Do I want to ping, by the way? Yeah, let me ping while I'm at it. And I'm going to gust up the Rotom V, just put them in a more awkward spot. And devolve them. And, yeah, there we go. I have Klara, too, which is very nice. So they can't attack with Charizard this turn. All right, this game's been going slow. All right, Professor Turo could be nice, too. I can get something out of play with him. Okay. So not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so I think I have a stadium still, right? I think one of my my stadium's in the lost zone. Okay, Battle VIP Pass. So they're going to get the Charizard. Okay, so I cannot Medicham the Pidgey, right? That's important to note. But I can take out the Charmander this turn, which I can actually take 3 prizes. I can blow up the Rotom. And I mean that's what I want to do. I want to use this Melony, right? Let me power up my Urshifu. I'll knock out the active. because of weakness. And I'll take out the guy on the bench. So he's going to do what? He does 120, 240. So I want to move damage from you to you. I don't really need to ping at this point in the game. What else do I want to do here? I should always be grabbing something here, right? Grab another Inteleon. Probably want to attach my energy, right? I think. What's my energy situation? This is my Rapid Strike energies. That's the one thing. So, you know, I'm going to sit on it and see. Maybe I should have. So take you, which goes 120, and then adds another 120. It's kind of funny the way the graphic works. So this gets me, and they concede, which makes sense at that point. I was almost guaranteed to win the game. So anyway, a slow game there, you know, which is kind of how these games work for me. I haven't played it a lot recently, I got to say, so I'm getting back into the rhythm of it. And obviously, knowing the matchups is to know what numbers you got to do. Obviously, against Charizard, keeping them from being attacking from Charizard is a huge deal, right? So anyway, a very nice deck. You know, I encourage you to give it a try. It's a very strong deck. Try it out. You know, mess around with the trainer accounts because that's really where the variety comes in. You know, Pokemon and energies can shift around a little bit, but the trainers are the biggest area that you can have some fun, make the deck your own, and go out and play some Pokemon. Take care.